Now, a couple of people on Twitter told me yesterday that Goughy had been telling a story about you. He'd been told a story about one of your very early games for the Bunburys.
Right.
And he passed it on to the listeners. This is what he had to say.
Can we tell the Andy Jacobs story?
Can we?
I don't know. It's up to you. You're the one with the information.
Well, listen, he can obviously tell us whether it's true tomorrow, but I was speaking to a guy, and I know Andy's quite a competitor. He's quite an aggressive sportsman, would you say?
Yes.
Especially if anybody's
absolutely,
ever... People will know if anybody's seen him watch his beloved Chelsea.
Oh, he's fired up.
And he gets fired up while he's watching them. Well, I heard the story. This guy said to me, he said, it was amazing. First time I ever met Andy Jacobs, he says he was playing for the Bunburys and he'd not played much cricket then. He said he's got a lot better since and he loves it now and he gets it. He said, so he comes along for the first game and he's taking it all serious and we're all like the Bunburys. It's just a laugh. It's a load of celebrities. Some of them can't play and never play. They just turn up and play. You know what I mean? People from Harry Potter and Paul Davies played at the weekend, ex-Arsenal. Yeah, left-hander. He is left-handed bowling. And they said the Skyer went up. And Andy Jacobs were under it, a bit nervous, and he dropped it. Absolute goober, sitter. And they all started laughing at him. Now you can imagine Andy, can't you, at that stage? Hey? Yeah, you can just imagine it. People are,
like that
he didn't like it. He slammed the ball down, walked off, got in his car and drove home.
So there we are. Got in his car and drove off.
It's a very good story. It's not true, actually. I mean, it could be true. Everything else Goughy said about me was absolutely 100% spot on.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, I wasn't new to it. I played a lot of cricket at school.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I left school, I didn't play. And then I only played once when I was 26. And I went for a short single. The first ball I received, and I broke my collarbone.
Oh,
I was like doing what Ben Stokes didn't do.
Yeah,
held
grounding
the
your back.
Grounded the bat.
And you got stuck, did it?
The back and the handle went straight into my collarbone.
Oh, God.
Smashed it. And everything. This Australian bloke comes up to me. He starts moving my arm up and down like this. He goes, "It's all right, mate. It's not broken." It was completely broken. Not literally missed the first
like a ratchet.
So then I didn't play for about 23 years.
Wow.
And then I started playing for the Bunburys when I was 49. And I was quite rubbish to start with. He's right. And I did get better, and I have got better. But now, I used to be a good fielder, but I can't see the ball, and I'm quite frightened of it. And when you're standing there, you in the field, this is when I knew it was time for me to retire. Because I'm standing there, and I'm thinking, don't come anywhere near me. Don't come anywhere near me.
You don't want the ball anywhere near
And
you.
as far as the Bunburys concerned, and not only did I drop that catch, I dropped every single catch I ever had the chance to
You've never caught
take.
anything for the Bunburys?
Never caught anything. I remember I had this period where I couldn't catch. I caught one in a league game. I was so excited. It was marvellous.
In tears?
Yeah, I was.
You said you dropped one, the sort of ball that you would throw to your granddaughter in the garden.
True.
And you dropped it.
I was at third slip, and I put myself there, and this bloke he just kind of got a little top edge, and it just looped to me. I thought, I'm having this.
Yeah.
Straight out of the hands. Straight out, because they're so hard.
There's that one that, was it Gat hit you in the head? Mike Gatlin?
Gat hit me in the face, yeah.
hit you in the face, but you were out on the boundary, weren't you?
Was it?
And it just slipped right through your hands.
I just thought, the ball was coming towards me, I thought, I've got this one under control, yes. But of course he hit it so hard, and as it hit the ground, it just gathered pace and hit me straight in the face. I had to be carried off by the St John's Wood Ambulance Brigade.
Did you really?
Yeah, well, sort of helped off, yeah.
A whole brigade of them.
To a round of applause.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, well. So
it was moderately... but I don't remember...
Look, I don't remember driving
storming
off?
No.
Oh, well.
I remember getting very upset one day. Actually, I think you were there. It was against Stanmore. And English had been winding me up about my bowling. And he just stood there mid-off, just taking the mickey out of me. And I was trying to bowl. And
been sledged by your own captain.
He just put me. He did. I bowled one. I think it went over fine leg for 6.
Yeah.
it was a bit wild. Well. I'm good now.
So anyway, Goughy and Adrian back at 4 as
Good
always
stuff.
with another fine drive time show.
But that was out on the website, talksport.com/drive. Now, Andy Jacobs' story, Goughy's story was somebody had told him Andy Jacobs dropped a catch, everybody laughed at him, so he stomped off, got into his car, and went home.
He twists it slightly, doesn't he?
Well, Andy denied it. He's denied the story.
But he came to us, and we actually all think he was guilty, didn't we? Yeah?
I have to say, we did a little... He came over to have a go at us.
And he said he did sulk on one occasion.
We had a little poll, and everybody put their hand up saying, yeah, I believe it's true. So I think most people who know Andy Jacobs will believe the story is true. So what we're doing is we're throwing it out to you lot. You listen to him every day. Did Andy Jacobs storm off after dropping a catch? We're leaving it up to you, the listeners, yes or no? So are we voting yes there?
Oh, yes.
That he did storm off.
I totally believe the guy who told me.
Delusional.
This is the moodiest man I think I've ever met.
Yeah.
So, so far, 89% believe that he did storm off
Exactly.
after dropping.
100% believe the guy who told me.
If I want to say moodiest man, I'd actually say he's moodier than any woman I've ever met.
In fact, the guy who told
Seriously.
me played for England.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Does that mean it's a reliable source? Not sure about that. Anyway,